Welcome back to the next video. Like I explained in the previous video, what I'll be doing, or what I did was I made all the red and grey lines. So I have made notes of how I put them on. I did explain as well where to put them. I've taken photographs as well for the build document. But this is the result. The grey lines on the front of the engines. Okay, there as well. And then the front of the nose also gets one, and then the obvious red lines. I chose to go with this arrowed look, but you can make it straight as well, like it should actually be. I don't remember this in the series. Okay, and then the wings, top wing with the sides, and then your main wings. Okay, and all of these have got hairspray under them, so I can scrape it off quite easily. And then the little squares. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to show you how to do the withering. The way I do it, you can choose your own way. There's a lot of different techniques. I'm doing the hairspray technique, and then I'm using these to my withering master set. I normally use the rust and the suit. I'm using the Tamiya panel line accent color black. You get different colors. I got the black with me and it works quite well. So I'm going to show you how to use it, but I'm first going to show you the result of how it actually comes out, and where I've put up to now, where I've put this specifically. Okay, so here is the top engine. Okay, and as you can see, it works very well on the back. Okay, what I did as well was I painted the back of the engines copper, and then I put hairspray, and then I painted over the top with grey, and then I scraped it off by applying water onto it. You just dip your finger in water and leave that for a couple of minutes. I'll show you just now. You scrape it off, and that's the effect you get. It looks like old rust coming through, which to me looks more realistic. Okay, what I did as well with the panel line color, this black panel line, I went all the way around the edge, because none of these actually has, this back shouldn't be grey. Okay, it's more like dirt and grime gone in between the grooves. So what I did over here, I'll show you on one I haven't done. Okay, so this is the top. Okay, and then I obviously tipped it on the top, and it runs into the grooves. I'll show you on this one. Okay, and then I used the withering set and just put lines and made it look grimy. I also use the panel line stuff in this groove over here where the little squares are. Okay, it looks pretty good. Okay, like I say, I mean, a blank model is like a blank face. Put makeup on it and it can change the look and make you look beautiful. Okay, till the next morning when she takes her makeup off and you get a fright. Okay, hopefully that doesn't happen. Never happened to me, so I'm not talking from experience. Okay, so this is a blank one. What I've done in this one as well is I have used the same stuff on the engine on the inside. So if you clip this off, you see I've done the inside of the engine. It also looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go in with the withering set with the rust and go over some areas, maybe make some changes in the colors. But it looks pretty good, and it's pretty hidden away. Once you put this in, it clips into place. Very nice. And around these little detail bits as well, and inside the engine, the landing bay gear well. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so let me show you with this. So, example, I'm sure you can see from there. I'm trying to get around in the camera. Okay, so I'm going to do it with my left hand, which should work, because I'm going to just go around this edge. And now my right hand. And you already see how it is on my hand. really see how it's going into the, see it's already flowed down, all the way down to the bottom. Okay, all you have to do with this little bit of here is lap it up with the earbud. It can be part of the griminess of the engine. And you see over here it's gone around the edge of this little knob sticking out of here. And the nice thing with this stuff is it runs into all the grooves. And where it doesn't, just stick the little brush in there and let it fill up and just wipe it down. I mean, I use this. You can make your own very thin down paint. You can, what I did in my Falcon model, I used a lot of oils. It works very well for this, for these panel lines. But I actually want this groove to be dark, so I'm going all the way in there. And as you can see, hold it this way, it's running in very, very well. Okay, just come in here, wipe it down. Okay, and then once that is done, I'm going to do some more on, I haven't done on this one yet, is I've done it on this one, is you put water onto the red and then wait a minute or two and then just scrape it off. And it'll, if you have hairspray underneath, it'll come off quite easily. It looks a bit like it's been scraped debris. Okay, so we'll have enough time. Let's see, I'll put a bit on there. And while that's busy soaking, I'm going to take some of this the weathering set, and it's got a little brush inside it. So this brush is not very good quality, so be gentle on them. Take a bit of black and in the direction of flight to make it more realistic. Let's go underneath over here and just try and be inconsistent. Don't make it the same all over. Make it more, it makes it more realistic. And you can use your finger to help it along. Okay, so that's the kind of effect you're going to get. And as you can see, look what's happening here. Right around the edge, it's gone into all those grooves. Okay, so where it's missed, you can just dab it in the center bit if you want to, and just scrape it off. I also did around the edge of this one to make it darker. Okay, where I did as well was on the engines, on these rings of the engine. I did I mean, you can even use it as paint, very, very thin paint. Use it on the inside of the front landing gear well, on these pivots, on the side detail, so it looks like grime. And then obviously I did it on these sections which need to be a lot darker. So I've gone on the inside only, so I put it along the edge, let it run in, I filled up the little gaps, and now I'm going to use the weathering set to do the rest and put grey or rust into it. And what I did as well is I put it into this turbine engine inside. So I dabbed it and it ran in, and then I just went around the edge and then I just dabbed off the excess. As well as inside the rear detail part, I put some landing gear on the inside of the wheels, and these landing gear covers. I'm going to whack this here with the brush to try and get the bottom to look very grimy. And then I'll obviously get to do this one as well. I've went in with a panel line into these little grooves and I've filled up these areas. Okay, so I think it'll look good when it's done. So when I come back, I would have done all the weathering on the model. Okay, and then I'll start in the cockpit. Although at this stage I don't have the decals, there's not a lot of decals. There's one set of external decals for the Pegasus badge, which I have one reference photo of. That will be on the box account, and cockpit instrumentation, and that's it. I mean, there isn't a lot of decals, which I suppose is a good thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna do the weathering, and then I'll come back in the next video and we'll see how it looks. Okay, thanks, cheers.